tutorial on how to submit data to secure a quote and a return on investment calculation for Rex Materials TCS system, a high-efficiency barrel heating system for the plastics industry. First, go to the website tcs-saves-energy.com and click on the tab entitled Quote and ROI Request. Then, download the data submission form in your desired language. It will look like this. The form can be used to submit data so we can create a design, generate a quote, and calculate the return on investment. The form consists of an area to sketch the current system, a list of the required information, and a table to record that information. It also provides a reminder of the clearance required to fit TCS onto an application, 83 millimeters, as well as checkboxes to specify cooling needs, and another reminder that zones split by interference must be defined separately. We'll discuss that more shortly. The bottom portion of the form is for standard TCS. The lengths and the diameters of standard parts are provided in the margin. TCS replaces traditional band heaters to save energy and improve process consistency. Oftentimes, one TCS section will replace 2 or 3 traditional band heaters. So a primary intent of this form is to help us best determine the proper size of TCS for your machine. To design a system, we'll need to know the zone lengths, as well as the barrel diameter and the voltage supplied to the current heaters. To be sure TCS will perform well in your application, we also ask for the power level of all the heaters in the zones, the percent on time of each zone, and any amperage limitations associated with the heating circuit. Filling in the form can be fairly straightforward. Simply sketch the current configuration. We ask you to note the thermocouple locations so we can be sure that the thermocouples are generally centered on each zone with the new TCS section. Then identify any items which might cause interference, such as barrel supports, rigging bosses, or the nozzle shutoff valve. Some interference will cause us to split a zone, as is the case in this example on Zone 4, which we have now labeled Zone 4A and 4B. In other cases, the interference may not alter how we design the individual zone. Since this barrel support is between Zone 1 and Zone 2, it will not cause us to split the zones. However, we still need to know it's there to provide the best design for your machine. Any interference within 83 millimeters of the barrel should be noted. When there is interference, such as shown here on Zone 1, special TCS shapes are available. However, there may be some instances where TCS simply doesn't fit on a zone. In these cases, a combination of TCS and traditional band heaters may be best. This sometimes happens near the nozzle under the shroud. Next, you need to determine the zone lengths. Notice that both Zone 4A and 4B must be measured separately. This is because Zone 4A and 4B will each require a separate TCS section due to the barrel support. In this example, we're assuming Zone 1 is not a good fit for TCS, and we won't define the zone in the table below. From there, just populate the table below with the information we've discussed, things like percent on time, voltage, diameter. Notice that we have defined all the characteristics of Zone 4A and 4B as though they are standalone zones. If any form of cooling is desired, it must be noted. Please see the cooling tab of the website for more information on various cooling options, even if you're under the impression you don't need cooling. It's best to know what options exist before the design is created. Recall again that the lower table is only to specify standard TCS parts. Standard parts can be specified onto machines, but often the pricing is just used to estimate system cost so an ROI can be generated immediately. Please see the video on generating a quote for standard TCS if you need an immediate cost estimate for a system. All that remains is for you to submit the form to your TCS representative. You can either scan in the document or just take a high-resolution pic to get a quote and an ROI. For any questions with this process, please contact your TCS representative. Thank you.